step up and be a player on there. So let's see here. Let's go to the DraftKings picks right now, while of course it logs me out. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Okay, so what we're going to talk about first, well, before we go quickly into the DraftKings stuff, because DraftKings is like impossible. I have not won anything in DraftKings, and I'm doing a $2 double up bet just to kind of hang out because I'm just getting wrecked when it comes to DFS. But if you want to, this is kind of the lineup I have this week. Ben DiNucci, a guy, have him go against Orlando. I would love to put in Abram Smith. The problem is he is 9,400. I just didn't have the money, so I kind of dialed it down. Brian Hill's been playing well, and he's playing against Vegas. Houston's got a good defense. I don't think Abram Smith is going to go for 200 yards. And Max Borghi, same thing. DZ has got a good defense. I'm kind of staying away from that guy when it comes to running backs, but I like Brian Hill against Vegas. Houston, I think Cedric Byrd could be a guy that takes over. Sal Cannella is always a safety valve. We'll see if Victor Bolden has any kind of play. I'm going with Lucky Jackson, kind of on the downside of things, and Cody Latimer. I think him and Quentin Dormandy. And I'm going with the Sea Dragons defense. Basically, I'm playing anybody who is Orlando. Playing anybody who's playing against Orlando on defense. As for my picks this week, Seattle Sea Dragons at Orlando Guardians. Saturday, the 25th at 1 p.m. 26-16, I've got the Seattle Sea Dragons over Orlando Guardians. I just don't think they can make it happen. Saturday night, 7 p.m. on FX and ESPN. Oh, by that game is on ABC. The St. Louis Battlehawks, Vegas Vipers at 7 p.m. on FX. I think Battlehawks will be fine, 24-12. I think Vegas could probably score a little bit more points. I mean, we saw what happened to the Battlehawks defense with Abram Smith running all over them. And I think Vegas Vipers it's just the Vegas Vipers defense. This could be a little bit more high scoring than this. San Antonio Brahmas, Arlington Renegades. Does that score look familiar? Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern, again on ABC. Unfortunately, you would love to have that Houston Roughnecks DC Defenders game on ABC, but we'll take it. I just, with Reed Sinnett out and Jack Cohen in, and they just faced each other, maybe Arlington will score a little bit more points this time. I mean, Kirk Benkirk isn't going to play yet, so this could be ugly. But this could be the last game for. Maybe we see some Juwan Pass in here. Maybe he sparks something. Houston Roughnecks against America's team. Did the Houston Roughnecks lose 2 games in a row? This is in DC. I know the tickets are selling well. I know DC is hyped. This is on ESPN2 at 7 p.m. Eastern. I've got a close one, 24-28 DC Defenders with the win on that one. So now what we need to get into is what the ladder is for this week. So if you remember last week, we had something called the ladder. It's a $5 bet. And what you do is you bet the one spread, one over, under, and one money line. And you bet $5. We tried to start it last week, but we got the big upset with the Houston. So I just basically stopped paying attention to it after that. So we're going to try again. We're going to start up the ladder this week. So you bet $5. If we can win and hit all these 3, we got one spread, one over under, one money line. If we hit that, then we win $23. Then we take that $23 next week and do another spread, over, under, money line, trying to go with the safest bets that I can in here. So the picks that I have for you, let's see here, is as follows, and we'll put them out over here. So I've got the St. Louis Battlehawks. I've got the spread, the St. Louis Battlehawks. So I'm picking the spread here, -3. I think they will definitely win by more than 3 points against the Vegas Vipers. I'm not worried about that. The over-under, I am taking the 33 under with the San Antonio Brahmas, Arlington Renegades. With Jack Cohen has not played well. They're going to play these same people again. I don't think they're going to score anything. Maybe the only saving grace for breaking the over on this is if Kyle Sloter finally puts it together, but I'm still not even feeling that. And I just think it's just the Brahmas quarterback situation is unfortunate right now. And then finally, the last bet that I have, Seattle Sea Dragons, just picking the money line. I don't know if these guys are going to score a ton of points. I don't know if it's going to be closer because, Ben DiNucci's been throwing some picks. And, and so this one I wanted to stay away from, but I do feel comfortable that Seattle Sea Dragons will win. So I just took the money line. So then I took the spread. So basically a $5 bet on that would net you $22.89. So it's kind of around that level of where we're kind of playing at. So I've got Seattle Sea Dragons with the money line. I picked the spread for the St. Louis Battlehawks, and the Arlington Renegades, I look for the under. The one I'm most concerned about, but not really, and I wanted to stay away from Houston Roughnecks, DC Defenders. I don't know what we're going to get with that game. It could be a defensive battle. Are they going to score over 42 points? I mean, they have high-powered offense, but they both have really good defenses. Who knows? So I kind of wanted to stay away from that one. So this is kind of what you want to do is kind of go with the sure bet. So I've got the under for the San Antonio Brahmas and Renegades game. That's your ladder picks. And remember, this is what the ladder is. We put a $5 bet. Then hopefully if we win, then we do next week, we do 23. And hopefully by the end of the season, we can win $10,000. Wouldn't that be nice? You just got to bet what we win every week. So a $5 bet, if we do it right, can get that at the end. But we got wrecked because there was an upset. And nothing is ever, 100% when it comes to this stuff. All right, let's see here. David said also the Guardians may have lost